You want to breathe for a moment? Before you do the thing, and we'll talk about enlightenment. In the meanwhile, just take a moment to remember who we are. Isn't that why we procrastinate? Because we just need a moment to remember what we really are, which is timeless, which is infinite. Do you want to just take a moment? Because this video will not be infinitely long. And then you can do the thing. And hopefully it's from a space of including the small child parts of you, connected to you through non-locality, superposed across the cosmos, not collapsed yet into form, waiting patiently. So enlightenment, light. What if that's the result, you know? Because I can't help but think that so many of those texts, those ancient texts, start out with a speaker, speaking light into form, speaking life into existence. And I think about cymatics, you know, and what about music? What if we're trying to get to the light through the light? And that's not how it works. And what if the light is like focusing on the result instead of the journey? What if the journey is far more about sound and touch and feeling? And then light is the result of that. I'm not saying like seeing is not believing. I am saying though, I mean, we do have two giant gaping holes in the middle of our eyes, do we not? Called our pupils. And apparently our mind just like fills things in to make up for the extra space, you know? Now, there are certain examples where this does not apply. If you come home and your husband is in bed with another woman, and he says, baby, you gonna believe what I tell you or what your eyes see? Believe your eyes. You know? But what if it's not everything? That's what I'm saying. Because if I were looking for things visually all the time, I think I would miss a lot. Like earlier, life felt like this. It was like... It was so overwhelming. And I was like, oh my gosh, where is this going? And I almost want to fall in love with it just to make the feeling stop. Like Stockholm syndrome of the mind. You just fall in love with your worst thoughts so that they don't hurt you. And then, no, I don't want to do that. And then I noticed I changed it and it was like this. It was like kind of urgent, like gotta get stuff done, you know? And the tendency is to just fall in love with that then. And just like start singing and dancing with it, except it's like, did I want the song to go in that direction? Like, what if we could just stop? What if we could just stop and change the station? And it's embarrassingly cheesy. It's embarrassing. How much I just want simplicity and cheese sometime, you know? I just need something steady so I can breathe, to remind me that I am an expression of divine will. I am not what things appear to be. I'm not a human doing. I'm a human being. I'm the same person I was when I was 4 years old. And my family took me to a birthday celebration for me. And there were all these fiddlers outside. And they looked so happy. And I was like, why is no one dancing? That was very strange to me. So of course I was 4, right? You can do this when you're 4. I just grabbed everybody's hands and I made everybody dance. And everyone thought it was so funny and so adorable, and I'm grateful for that, you know. Who doesn't want to be funny and adorable, right? But I can't help but wonder, why is it not obvious? And now, of course, I know, right? Because I'm an adult. I know why we stopped dancing. I don't need to ask that question. You serious right now? Of course I know why. But does that mean that things stopped dancing? Because I did? Isn't there like a pattern there? Aren't there like billions of things happening all the time that the eye just doesn't see? You know, what if it's one of those moments, like, more often than not? And things remind us, but sometimes those things look like obstacles because we're busy not dancing. And sometimes I think we think the thing that's trying to get us to dance again is in our way of getting the things done that we want to get done so that we can dance again, except we never dance again. Does any of this make sense to anyone else? Do you remember when it was like this, though? And it was cheesy? But maybe that was okay. So, what is a part of you that wants to dance today? And how can you do that? Maybe you don't like to dance at all. But what if you're defining dance as an adult? I'm talking about the most belligerent definition, like the one that a 4-year-old would have. What is that? You know, like a 4-year-old holds up a photo and says, "This is my friend named Fred, and it's made of stardust." And you're like, okay, sure. What is your 4-year-old version of dancing? Like, what if we need to kind of like forget a lot of what we learned? Because it prevents us from getting to the real thing. Like, if you only ever thought dancing was ballet, how would you ever discover hip hop? It's just a thought. Thanks for joining me.